Hello everybody, it's time for day 11 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Our sketch today is by my little good friend, Miss Mel Walkden. Y'all, sorry about that, it's too early in the morning. And what we have, she's drawn like a big tag. She's got the title kind of going like this, with a 4x4 and a couple 3x4s. She's got journaling, there's some blending. Am I on camera, y'all? I keep noticing I'm too low. Embellishment clusters kind of tucked in here. And she's got it as a pattern paper background. So this is kind of interesting. I will tell you the dimensions look, maybe it's the picture, I'm not certain, because it's like almost looks like this is a horizontal layout. I'm going to do, of course, 12 by 12. So if that's what she intended, I'm going to have a slightly different deal, but that's okay. And what I found, y'all, is I went into my stuff and I had this old tag. I remember this was a class at an, either an expo or a convention. I don't even know how many years ago, y'all. So don't even ask me. And I do not remember whose class it was, but I had this. They did actually do little like photo layouts and stuff on these tags. And so I was like, you know, I can use this tag. It's not quite as big as what she's drawn, but I think it'll work. And then I have this picture. I don't have 3 pictures, but I think I can cut this down because there's kind of, well, I don't know though, y'all. There's kind of a background here. So maybe I'll leave it a 4x6 and work with it. Now she's showing the stenciling on the mat, or the thing here. Y'all, I got my nails done the other day, and look at that. I done peeled half of it off. I'm kind of upset about it. Anyways, she's got stenciling on here, but I'm not doing it behind the tag, only because my tag looks smaller, like narrower than hers. And then I have this Photo Place travelogue. I believe they were in Colorado when they went hiking. And so that seemed kind of appropriate. So I do love this piece here. This is pretty, you know, I might could do something with, y'all, this is just, the red is, it's kind of in here. It's a little bit redder than what's in here, but I'm just going to make it work, y'all. But how pretty is that? I think this will work here. Something like this. Oh, yeah, that's kind of pretty. Now, she's got embellishment clusters. I basically have these stickers, so I'm going to have to make that work. Oh, there's the blue. Does the blue look better with my red? That changes the whole mood. I kind of like the yellow, y'all. I just think that kind of looks neat. I may have to use, I'm going to use the yellow. It's a little more striking against that red. So I think that's my plan. I do like this Go as a title. She's kind of got it going around here, but I don't know. I did just get some stickers in. So I did order the Florence Bella Boulevard here. That could be cute. I don't have any idea what the title will be yet, but that could be cute. So anyway, that's what I'm starting with. I'll be back on in a minute. Okay, you guys, just a real quick check-in. What I did is I did gut my little diagonal stripe paper here. I've trimmed down this little map paper, and I scuffed the edges and mounted it. And then I went ahead and mounted my photo on the leftover of this diagonal stripe. The back side was actually like little stamp pieces. So I've scuffed the edges of those and mounted my photo on that. So what I'm going to do is that's what that's going to go on. And I pulled out this little stencil here. I don't know. This just looks kind of travel-y to me. Maybe because it's going directions. I really don't know why. But I plan on using my black soot kind of in little bits around the tag here. So I've used a pencil to, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you can see the pencil mark I made? I just kind of went underneath the tag to, you know, kind of hold the spot, as it were. So I'm going to use my stencil and kind of come around here in just a second. And then we'll start embellishings and stuff. So give me just a second. I'm going to start the stencil work and we'll be back on.
All right, gang. So I have pulled out my black soot and I'm going to start putting my little stencil-y thing down here. And I'm pretty pleased with how this turns out. Sometimes I accidentally make it a little too square, but I feel like I did a decent enough job this time with my little round. I think it's because I'm using the little rounded dome sponge head on the little deal. You can kind of see it's the dome one. And I think it makes it a little bit easier to kind of fade it off in a more organic shape. So I really am happy with that. And I'm going to lay my tag down here, which, y'all, I'm so excited to be using this ginormous tag. That has been in my stash for years and years. So I'm not going to lie. This was a perfect sketch to use this up. But I looked at it and I thought, you know what? I need a little something, something on the tag. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to actually stencil on the tag too. Now I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape here because this tends to be, it's a smaller surface and I didn't want to mess it up so much. So I come out from where the photo would be and I kind of go out and I just put this little bit of rough, you know, the little stencil-y stuff on the tag. I don't go down toward the bottom, and in looking at it, I should have, but by the same token, I'm okay with it. It looks good anyway. And so I'm kind of happy with this. I'm going to just kind of fill all this out. And then the photo, I don't put it up on foam. I thought about it, but I'm going to put some of the stickers from the sticker sheet up on foam. So I decided against it, or putting it up on foam. So I'm going to just kind of look at this and decide, okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to attach my tag, and then I'm going to attach my photo to the top of that. And then I'm going to go over to my 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So I'll tell y'all just real quickly, because what I'm going to look for on the sticker sheet is, well, she had those 2 pictures, right? So she had a 4 by 4, and then she had 2 smaller pictures. And what I decided to do is, instead of using 2 smaller pictures, I'm going to use 2 square stickers from the sticker sheet. So one's going to say Wanderlust, and the other's going to say Pack Your Bags. And so I've used those instead of smaller pictures is what I decided to do. And I do put those up on foam because I think that kind of makes them stand out and everything. But this little picture my daughter sent, you can see it's kind of a selfie. This is when she very first kind of met her boyfriend now. At the time he was just, honestly, I don't think she had that kind of thoughts at the moment. It was just, he was a friend, or he was, she thought he was kind of a neat person or whatever. And so they'd gone to this little trip here. But, I guess the sparks must have flown or something, because after the end of that trip, they decided they were going to date. So, but she was just on a little trip with a friend here in her mind, and they'd gone to Colorado. He'd never traveled anywhere. I think it was the first time he'd been on a plane, if I'm honest with you. But my daughter, man, she loves to travel. So any excuse, if I'm honest, I think that's why she actually went. I don't know that I don't want to say like she didn't care if she went with him, but I mean, if she's offered the opportunity to travel, that child's hopping on a plane. So that's what she did. Okay, so I've got my 2 stickers down there, and I put some foam up underneath those 2 square stickers, and I've added that little round element. This is where she kind of showed the embellishment clusters, was in these little corners between those squares. So I add that little compass down there. I tucked it kind of up underneath, and then I'm going to start adding little postage stamp looking things, and the little map sticker with the little sunglasses. And then I'll add a little word circle. I think I do that a little bit later on, to be honest with you, but it says here, there, everywhere. And at the very end, I'm going to end up adding some binoculars, but that's not till the very end, because I don't do that until I'm kind of looking at it and I think, oh, you don't look exactly right. I got to balance you out. So I'm just, like I said, I'm kind of building where she showed embellishment clusters. I add this little sticker over here that says Let's Explore. I have to adjust it just a tad. It's a little arrow. And then I'm going to find a little tiny compass that's going to go up over that in just a minute. I'll kind of try a few different little stickers, if I'm honest, in a few spots. I don't have to try real hard, but I do, especially on the right-hand side, but I may cut that out, actually. I try like a geotag, and I tried something else, and I go, no, you're not going to work. And I think that's actually hiding up with the binoculars. Here's where I find that little word piece there. Now, I do add a little bit of foam squares behind this map, and I kind of struggle with it just a minute, because I only put like 1 or 2 right there in that corner, and then I go, that doesn't look good. So I'm going to add some on the top of it, the other side there too. So it kind of lifts the whole top up instead of just the one corner. And I go, okay, this isn't too bad. I just wanted to offer some, stickers as an embellishment are great, but you also almost have to do something to give it, different levels or something, or it just gets really flat. It doesn't offer you a lot of visual interest. So I like to add foam up underneath the edges of some of the stickers. I find this little arrow, it's kind of in that reddish color. So I put foam up underneath it and I lift it over. And then here I think is where I'm adding the little binoculars. I actually put them upside down at first. And that looks really cute. And then I decide I'm going to pull out some Tim Holtz small phrases. She had journaling. Technically, she had journaling on either side of the photo. I'm just going to put a little bit, I guess, on the left-hand side. And now this little phrase book, and I find go where your heart takes you, adventure awaits you, and the journey is the destination. So I'm going to put that up in the upper left up there. Again, I didn't really come down as far as she did on the sketch, but I think it's inspired by it, and I think it looks cute. I actually really like how this layout turned out. I was really pleased, like I said, to use that tag. I love this little photo with it. And honestly, I'm going to love my title. You'll see that in just a minute. This Florence alphabet, y'all. I have seen this on folks' layouts. And I'm so sorry. I should remember who messaged me. But on Instagram, somebody messaged me and said, hey, this is where you can get it. And this, that, and give me the name of it or whatever. And this is just the cutest little font. I just love it. I did run off into my stash and pull out some of this like seam binding stuff. And I tied that around the top of the tag there. And this is where I'm going to put my little title down. I named it First Trip Together. And I think this font is so stinking cute. I'm not going to lie. It is black. And to be honest with you, I don't really have much black in the layout, except they are wearing black. So I don't think it's bad. Little Pack Your Bags is kind of, it's black, but it's almost like a charcoal black. This is obviously a darker kind of inky black. But because they're wearing black, I think it looks okay. I just love this, and I think it kind of stands out nicely. And I also love the fact that this tag has these little humps, so it's almost like little mountains, and that's what they were doing, was hiking on some mountains. So it's first trip together, and like I said, I was actually really pleased with this. I thought this turned out really cute. And then I don't even do sprinkles or anything, y'all, because I did the little stencil work. I didn't want to mess it up, you know, with a bunch of other sprinkly stuff. I don't know, I say mess it up. It might have looked adorable, but I don't add anything after I do this. I think I might play with it and touch it or whatever. I do glue down the little strands of my seam binding up there because I want them to kind of stay in place. So I use a little Nuvo glue right here. But I don't actually do really anything else after that. I think I just kind of sit and look at it for a second, and then I decide that I'm just pleased. And so, nope, I'm going to be done with that. I think this is so cute, y'all. So thank you, Mel, for the sketch. It's adorable. I love how this turned out. Here's the little slowdown you can kind of see. And don't forget to check out the playlist. Everybody's playing along. Don't forget to do the like and subscribe and the notification bell and all the things. If you guys are regular YouTube watchers, you know all that stuff. But sometimes we have to remind you because I know we get all busy and all the things with it when it comes to videos, and we forget to do those things. So just a gentle reminder. Thank you guys so much. If you do comment, I do reply to everybody. It might take me a day or two, but I do reply to everybody. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.